Justin Bieber just went nuclear on Instagram. He says Britney Spears didn't simply break down. She endured years of brutal, systematic MKUltra-style monarch programming, trauma-based torture, handler control, disassociation triggers, and ritual abuse designed to shatter her into a controllable beta kitten slave for the industry. And it all started when she was just a child, and the depraved industry executives made her eat her own hymen as part of a sickening auto-cannibal ritual designed to fracture her mind and desecrate her body. The shaved head, the meltdowns, the public spirals, all symptoms of a mind fractured and fighting the programming. The Britney we see today is just a broken shell, trying desperately to reclaim her real self from inside the machine. And Bieber says everybody in the industry knows the truth. And he has the receipts. The entire music industry isn't entertainment. It's a human trafficking and mind control operation targeting its biggest stars. Before we dive in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and join the People's Voice Locals community to join our incredible community, support the channel, and gain access to exclusive and uncensored content. Justin Bieber's midnight Instagram sessions have turned into 2026's most unmissable spectacle. Millions tune in for raw, unfiltered glimpses of a man who's done playing the game. The former industry golden boy is now openly at war with the Hollywood machine that shaped him, posting explosive revelations one moment, pulling them down the next, as his online chaos finally mirrors the storm inside. Those in his inner circle describe a man barely keeping it together, still wrestling with the deep trauma of his childhood, and the gut-wrenching realization that it was engineered, a systematic pipeline designed to break young talent early and ensure their silence for life. We'll get to Justin's shocking inside information on Britney in just a second. Fair warning, it's brutal. If anyone suffered more than Justin Bieber during his early teenage years, it was Britney Spears.
At the tender age of 10, Britney was already using her budding sexuality to attract an audience.
She comes out in a very provocative gown with high heels, and all of a sudden that little girl knocks you right off your ass.
There is nothing more interesting to adult men than the development of an adolescent female. We are hardwired to recognize that.
You have the most adorable, pretty eyes. Do you have a boyfriend?
No, sir.
How about me?
There's a lot of sexual energy that is oozing out of that little girl. She can't possibly manage that kind of sexuality. So as she grows up, you're going to see this split between Britney, sexual Britney, and then there's Britney.
Bieber's evolution from controlled pop product to unpredictable industry threat began in 2016, when he first started dropping Red Pill truths in interviews outside the mainstream bubble. The shift accelerated during the Diddy trial. Strange coded posts about pizza, elite parties, and vanished kids left fans piecing together the puzzle. Now, he's entered a brave new chapter, speaking straight to his audience from his official Instagram. No filter, no apologies, no handlers, and zero regard for the consequences. One thing is clear, Justin Bieber isn't just waking up, he's refusing to stay quiet. Bieber has been dropping high-level accusations left and right on Instagram, claiming Diddy and Usher used him as a blood boy, harvesting his blood for adrenochrome for years. But then he hits us with the Jim Carrey revelation, and it gets even darker. He says the real Jim Carrey died years ago from Kuru, the prion disease you get from eating human flesh. The guy we see today collecting awards and doing press? According to Bieber, he's not the same man. And now, Justin is going public about Britney Spears. He's worried sick about her. According to Bieber, she's a hollow shell of her former self, a fractured human being still fighting to survive the system. He's openly telling his fans, support her, because Britney has been through hell. The kind of hell that was coldly engineered and inflicted upon her. Justin says Britney was subjected to twisted, depraved rituals as part of the standard initiation for young Disney stars. Britney was forced to eat her own hymen, which had been cooked into a quiche Lorraine recipe. And the point? To fracture her developing mind and ensure she remained a controlled, obedient slave for the rest of her career. And that's exactly when her MKUltra programming took hold. Justin claims that Britney suffered the major switch, the creation of entirely new alters, or alternate personalities. From that moment on, specific words, phrases, and symbols became triggers, capable of flipping her from one personality to another instantly, with cold precision.
You've had a year that would test a lot of people.
It was pretty rough. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Ah, weird. Hello. my goodness. Hello. Ew. Strong Brittany. Yeah, it was a weird time. Ew. I'm embarrassed. Can we stop this?
The alters kept flipping, and the switches kept coming, faster, harder, and more frequent. And the MK Ultra trigger words, they became crystal clear.
But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old, and I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow. Baby strawberry, a very, very cute baby cake.
So, after everything, after the rituals, the altars, the triggers, and the lifelong torture, one question is left hanging in the air. Who's to blame for what was done to Britney Spears? And once you understand Ghislaine Maxwell's role in all of this, that's when everything truly turns dark. Justin Bieber is crystal clear. Britney's not alone. This is the same demonic machine that's been destroying stars for decades. Same handlers, same elite predators, same soulless cast of characters. And it's time for all of them to face justice. We'll be right back. And when we return, I'm pulling the curtain back on exactly who these people are, and just how deep this twisted machine really runs. Today's sponsor is pillsforever.com. If you think Big Pharma have your best interests at heart, think again. The price of medicine in America has skyrocketed, and there are certain medicines Big Pharma don't want you to know about. That's why I've partnered with pillsforever.com. All of their FDA-approved medicines are the cheapest you'll find anywhere. More importantly, you can order medicines that Big Pharma don't want you to have, such as ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine, and fenbendazole. Speaking of fenbendazole, not only does it get rid of parasites that live inside your body, there have been studies that show fenbendazole can help with cancer. Listen to this bombshell interview with Mel Gibson, who says 3 of his friends who had terminal cancer were cured by the very same ivermectin and fenbendazole available at pillsforever.com.
I have 3 friends. All 3 of them had stage 4 cancer. All 3 of them don't have cancer right now at all. And they had some serious stuff going on.
And what did they take?
Jesus. They took some, what you've heard they've taken.
Ivermectin?
Fenbendazole.
Fenbendazole, yeah. I'm hearing that a lot.
They drank hydrochloride something or other.
Get 15% off using coupon code People's Voice at the checkout. Please click the link below this video to take advantage of this fantastic offer. Britney Spears herself spoke out about the satanic abuse she endured at the hands of her Illuminati handlers during her 13-year conservatorship. In a deleted Instagram post, she described being stripped of all freedom and subjected to ritualistic practices, including sexual ceremonies, forced weekly blood extractions, and MK Ultra medical experiments. She revealed she was forced to give up 8 gallons of blood per week, endured sexual assaults by elite guests, more on that in a moment, and was treated as nothing more than a puppet controlled by her handlers, including her father. Spears accompanied her post with 3 seemingly random images: the inside of a cathedral, Israel's flag, and an image of Australia. 3 words that begin with the letters C, I, and A. A coded message suggesting the CIA was involved in her abuse as part of its supposedly discontinued MK Ultra mind control program. Did you know that Britney Spears tried to expose her abuses in Hollywood, only for the feds to bury her testimony and the media to silence her completely? Even worse, court documents and fresh file drops reveal something far more disturbing. Britney allegedly gave birth to 2 children fathered by Jeffrey Epstein himself in the years just before her conservatorship. Those children were never seen again. Let's go back to 2008. Desperate to break free from her handlers, Britney checked into a hotel using the alias Snow White, the same name she'd given her own puppy. Just days later, she was hit with a 5150 psychiatric hold and thrown into her 13-year nightmare of legal imprisonment. While she was locked away, her family, her team, TMZ, and half of Hollywood were weaponized against her, mocking her suffering, gaslighting the public, and painting her as crazy. Then, in 2010, while Britney was still trapped, JP Morgan executive Jess Staley emailed Epstein with a chilling message. "That was fun. Say hi to Snow White." Snow White wasn't a cute nickname. It was their coded term for a young woman being held as a slave and trafficked in their network. Over 1,200 emails between Staley and Epstein referenced Snow White. As soon as the DOJ dropped the Epstein files, people began connecting the dots. Britney Spears was Jeffrey Epstein's Snow White. It gets even darker when you realise it's the exact same people behind all of it. The same handlers, the same machine. Her conservatorship? Orchestrated by Lou Taylor of TriStar, the same manager who ran Diddy's sex trafficking empire. The same Lou Taylor who had Kanye locked up and zombified in 2016. The same firm that used Israeli Black Cube spies to watch Britney's every move. Liz Crokin has the details.
Could Kanye be next? The hip-hop star's public outbursts were well documented, but the parallels between his situation and that of Britney and Lindsay Lohan are striking. Lou Taylor began business ties with his mother-in-law,
Kris Jenner. Come on in.
Do you have any further comments about Caitlyn Jenner?
We start this half hour with word that Kanye West is waking up in a Los Angeles hospital where he's now under observation, reportedly for exhaustion and stress.
After what the media reported was a, quote, public meltdown in 2016, he was forced into a 5150 hold, a legal framework that allows others to step in and make decisions on their behalf. Sources close to Kanye have told this documentary they believed he had been drugged and set up, and that this 5150 hold was an attempt to get control of his kids and money. Later in 2020, Kanye tweeted that, quote, Kim was sending doctors to 5150 him and lock him up. A frightening accusation, especially after we already learned that Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner both had businesses managed by none other than Lou Taylor. It's also worth noting that Kris and Kim are currently working with Eden Yemeni and his Israeli security company Black Box that allegedly facilitated the secret surveillance that took place in Britney's home.
The connections are no longer coincidences. They're a pattern, a machine. Don't forget the chilling threat sent to Kanye by his personal trainer, Harley Pasternak. Pasternak warned him, in no uncertain terms, fix your behaviour, or I'll have you institutionalised again, sent straight back to Zombieland permanently, and I'll make sure your children are taken from you. Straight up handler vibes and blackmail from the man supposedly there to help him. Justin Bieber is speaking out now because he's terrified that he's next. He knows he's the next cab off the rank. The next celebrity slated to feel the full wrath of the industry and its cold professional handlers. One wrong move, one leaked truth too many, and they'll come for him the same way they came for the others. Bieber knows the only way out of this engineered hell is to wake up as many people as possible, as fast as possible. Expose the machine, name the handlers, shatter the silence. Because silence is what keeps this program running. The moment the masses wake up, their entire empire of control comes crashing down. Until we reach that point, you have to protect yourself, especially online. They're watching, they're monitoring, and they don't like people spreading these truths. If you're paying for a major VPN, cancel your subscription right now. You're under attack. The big VPNs you trusted, ExpressVPN, CyberGhost Private Internet Access and others, are now owned by one Tel Aviv Links company. Many of their key people come from Israel's Unit 8200 Cyber Intelligence and Dovden Special Forces. These are the people you're paying to protect your privacy, and they're laughing at you. That's why VP.net was created last year. It's not another Trust Us VPN, it's zero trust by design. Zero knowledge cryptography, Intel SGX secure enclaves, and fully open source code. Even if they wanted to or were forced to, they literally can't see or log your activity. No backdoors, no compromises. Privacy guaranteed by math, not promises. Check it out at vp.net/TPV. Stop trusting, stop protecting. This is how you take back control.